Snotty Cow. A screenplay by Yeet. EXT. A library, afternoon. Modest fishmonger Sir Hector Superhalk is arguing with considerate swordsman Mrs. Michelle Grey. Hector tries to hug Michelle but she shakes him off. Hector. Please Michelle, don't leave me. Michelle. I'm sorry Hector, but I'm looking for somebody a bit more brave. Somebody who faces his fears head on, instead of running away. Hector. I am such a person. Michelle frowns. Michelle. I'm sorry, Hector. I just don't feel excited by this relationship anymore. Michelle leaves? Hector sits down, looking defeated. Moments later, charming homemaker Ms. Felicity Plum barges in looking flustered. Hector. Goodness, Felicity. Is everything okay? Felicity. I'm afraid not. Hector. What is it? Don't keep me in suspense. Felicity. It's a cow. I saw an evil cow munch a bunch of babies. Hector. Defenseless babies? Felicity. Yes, defenseless babies. Hector. Bloomin' heck, Felicity. We've got to do something. Felicity. I agree, but I wouldn't know where to start. Hector. You can start by telling me where this happened. Felicity. I was. Felicity fans herself and begins to wheeze. Hector. Focus Felicity, focus. Where did it happen? Felicity. A greasy diner. That's right, a greasy diner. Hector springs up and begins to run. EXT. A road, continuous. Hector rushes along the street, followed by Felicity. They take a shortcut through some back gardens, jumping fences along the way. EXT. A greasy diner, shortly after. Jessica Raymond a snotty cow terrorises two babies. Hector, closely followed by Felicity, rushes towards Jessica, but suddenly stops in his tracks. Felicity. What is? What's the matter? Hector. That's not just any old cow, that's Jessica Raymond. Felicity. Who's Jessica Raymond? Hector. Who's Jessica Raymond? Who's Jessica Raymond? Only the most snotty cow in the universe. Felicity. Blinkin' knickers, Hector. We're going to need some help if we're going to stop the most snotty cow in the universe. Hector. You can say that again. Felicity. Blinkin' knickers, Hector. We're going to need some help if we're going to stop the most snotty cow in the universe. Hector. I'm going to need rifles, lots of rifles. Jessica turns and sees Hector and Felicity. She grins an evil grin. Jessica. Hector Superhalk, we meet again. Felicity. You've met? Hector. Yes. It was a long, long time ago. EXT. A park, back in time. A young Hector is sitting in a park listening to some flute music, when suddenly a dark shadow casts over him. He looks up and sees Jessica. He takes off his headphones. Jessica. Would you like some jelly tots? Hector's eyes light up, but then he studies Jessica more closely, and looks uneasy. Hector. I don't know, you look kind of snotty. Jessica. Me. No. I'm not snotty. I'm the least snotty cow in the world. Hector. Wait, you're a cow. Hector runs away, screaming. EXT. A greasy diner, present day. Jessica. You were a coward then, and you are a coward now. Felicity. To Hector, you ran away? Hector. To Felicity, I was a young child. What was I supposed to do? Hector turns to Jessica. Hector. I may have run away from you then, but I won't run away this time. Hector runs away. He turns back and shouts. Hector. I mean, I am running away, but I'll be back, with rifles. Jessica. I'm not scared of you. Hector. You should be. EXT. A bookshop, later that day. Hector and Felicity walk around searching for something. Hector. I feel sure I left my rifle somewhere around here. Felicity. Are you sure? It does seem like an odd place to keep deadly rifles. Hector. You know nothing, Felicity Plum. Felicity. We've been searching for ages. I really don't think they're here. Suddenly, Jessica appears, holding a pair of rifles. Jessica. Looking for something? Felicity. Crikey, Hector, she's got your rifles. Hector. Tell me something I don't already know. Felicity. The Earth's circumference at the equator is about 40,075 kilometers. Hector. I know that already. Felicity. I'm afraid of sausages. Jessica. Appalled, dude. While Jessica is looking at Felicity with disgust, Hector lunges forward and grabs his deadly rifles. He wields them, triumphantly. Hector. Prepare to die, you snotty parsnip. Jessica. No please. All I did was munch a bunch of babies. Michelle enters, unseen by any of the others. Hector. I cannot tolerate that kind of behavior. Those babies were defenseless. Well, now they have a defender, and that's me. Hector, Super Hulk, defender of innocent babies. Jessica. Don't hurt me. Please. Hector. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't use these rifles on you right away. Jessica. Because Hector, I am your mother. Hector looks stunned for a few moments, but then collects himself. Hector. No, you're not. Jessica. Ah well, it had to be worth a try. Jessica tries to grab the rifles, but Hector dodges out of the way. Hector. Who's the mummy now? Huh. Huh. Unexpectedly, Jessica slumps to the ground. Felicity. Did she just faint? Hector. I think so. Well, that's disappointing. I was rather hoping for a more dramatic conclusion, involving my deadly rifles. Hector crouches over Jessica's body. Felicity. Be careful, Hector. It could be a trick. Hector. No, it's not a trick. It appears that. It would seem. Jessica Raymond is dead. Hector. What? Hector. Yes, it appears that I scared her to death. Felicity claps her hands. Felicity. So your rifles did save the day, after all. Michelle steps forward. Michelle. Is it true? Did you kill the snotty cow? Hector. Michelle, how long have you been? Michelle puts her arm around Hector. Michelle. Long enough. Hector. Then you saw it for yourself. I killed Jessica Raymond. Michelle. Then the babies are safe? Hector. It does seem that way. A crowd of vulnerable babies enter, looking relieved. Michelle. You are their hero. The babies bow to Hector. Hector. There is no need to bow to me. I seek no worship. The knowledge that Jessica Raymond will never munch babies ever again, is enough for me. Michelle. You are humble as well as brave. One of the babies passes Hector a shiny talisman. Michelle. I think they want you to have it, as a symbol of their gratitude. Hector. I couldn't possibly. Pause. Hector. Well, if you insist. Hector takes the talisman. Hector. Thank you. The babies bow their heads once more, and leave. Hector turns to Michelle. Hector. Does this mean you want me back? Michelle. Oh, Hector, of course I want you back. Hector smiles for a few seconds, but then looks defiant. Hector. Well, you can't have me. Michelle. What? Hector. You had no faith in me. You had to see my scare a cow to death before you would believe in me. I don't want a lover like that. Michelle. But. Hector. Please leave. I want to spend time with the one person who stayed with me through thick and thin, my best friend, Felicity. Felicity grins. Michelle. But. Felicity. You heard the gentleman. Now be off with you. Skedaddle. Shoo. Michelle. Hector. Hector. I'm sorry, Michelle, but I think you should skedaddle. Michelle leaves. Felicity turns to Hector. Felicity. Did you mean that? You know, that I'm your best friend? Hector. Of course you are. The two walk off arm in arm. Suddenly Felicity stops. Felicity. When I said I'm afraid of sausages, you know I was just trying to distract the cow, don't you? The end.